Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about chemistry, and I made a video like this about Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, which I found very interesting actually, that those guys have great chemistry, and I think it will translate to the NFL. I figured, hey, Jalen Waddle and Tua have played before. They're now playing again in Miami. How well was their chemistry? Just sort of, I just think it's kind of a fun thing to look at, even if it's maybe not the most impactful. And one of the things I talked about in my video with Joe Burrow and Chase is that my takeaway was really just, oh yeah, Joe Burrow's awesome. I feel like a lot of times in this video, my main takeaway was, oh yeah, Jalen Waddle is awesome, so that's part of it. But anyways, let's get into the film. So we'll start off with this play, and interestingly enough, while I love the chemistry and with Chase and with Burrow, and I'm not entirely sure if it's totally fair to compare Tua and Waddle to them, just because I mean that's one of the best connections we've seen in college football history. But still, I think that this is a pretty good connection, but there were some issues on this play. It's a go route, so that's kind of the main thing I wanted to check. Actually, was on these deep passes how accurate was Tua. So right here, right when this play starts, you see Tua kind of looks up to the top of the screen, but then he's going to fire one towards Waddle, and Waddle easily open. This is what Jalen Waddle does. He gets open. So it's easy to make this throw. And this isn't going to be a bad throw by any means. But as you see, just a little bit far over towards the middle, a little bit further deep, Waddle couldn't make it in stride and get into the end zone. And it's hard to know, is this a chemistry thing or did Tua just miss the throw? It's really hard to say. And it's not even a miss, really. It's a few inches, maybe 6 inches further than you would have liked, which resulted in it being only a big completion instead of a big completion for a touchdown. So definitely a nitpick. I'm not trying to pretend like that's a bad play. Now we got to talk about something like this. So it's going to be cover two man, but the safety isn't actually going to really cover Waddle. So it's essentially a one-on-one matchup for Waddle here. And watch what happens. Tua takes the snap. Tua is going to make this throw, and it's a pretty good throw. I mean, you could argue that Waddle had to slow down a tad, but at the same time, Tua's job was to just throw it past the defensive back. That's what he did. So that's kind of a little bit less about chemistry, I guess, but there still is something there of like he knows where Waddle's going to be. He knows he can throw one past the defensive back, and Waddle's going to get there. Something like this might be a good example of really showing the chemistry between these two, where it's going to be cover two. You have Waddle running over the middle. That's the way this play works. And right when this play starts, you notice, okay, play action. And the reason why I really want to show this play is just because of the situation, right? So Waddle is open deep, but the dilemma is where exactly do you throw this football? Do you throw it, the kind of the shallower you throw it, the easier it'll be for Waddle to catch it. But at the same time, if you throw it deeper, that can make it easier for Waddle to make the catch in stride and pick up as many yards as possible. Obviously, if you throw it too far or not far enough, then it could be incomplete. So you really want to hit him exactly in stride so he can get the touchdown. But, there's a risk factor of the last thing you want is to not get a big gain on this play when Waddle is so open. And as you see, Waddle does kind of slow down a little bit because you see how he speeds up a little bit further down to play. So again, there's that kind of little bit of like, yeah, you could have thrown it a little bit further. Waddle's a little bit better, which is just a little interesting. And again, these are nitpicks. Maybe Tua was trying to throw it further and just missed the throw a little bit. So the chemistry is fine. It's just maybe not outstanding compared to Chase and Burrow. But again, I made two of these videos, so it's unfair to compare the two, I guess. And finally, a play like this. This is for all the Miami Dolphins fans who have already written their angry comments in the comments below saying, you idiot, their chemistry is fine. It is. It's fine. Their chemistry isn't a big issue. And there were some awesome nuggets for chemistry that would get me excited if I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. So I guess the main point, my main takeaway is kind of just, let's not get too hyped up. It's not super awesome, but there definitely is still an added benefit in getting Waddle because Tua is your quarterback, and this play is that example. So watch how Tua takes the snap, and he is going to make this throw, and once the camera pans over right here, as you see, Waddle is going to stop. Waddle is not running a go route. He's stopping right here. So him and Tua have to be on the same page. Timing is everything. Running a route like this, that far down the field, timing is absolutely vital. And that's what Tua and Waddle are great on the same page for. So Tua might not necessarily have the perfect touch on kind of these deeper balls, but Tua absolutely has the correct timing with Waddle. and watch how, it's again, Waddle makes the grab. That's exactly where the ball needed to be, sort of towards the sideline where Waddle could make a tough catch and still, stay in bounds, while again, the timing absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that's my thoughts on their chemistry together. Probably won't make another one of these types of videos, but I had so much fun with the Jamar Chase and Burrow one that I wanted to make another one. This one was kind of less fun, but still some interesting stuff, some fun nuggets. And I do think that, like I said with the last one, there is added value in this. How much? I think not a ton with Waddle and Tua, but there's something. And again, getting the timing down sometimes takes an entire season. So the fact that they have their timing down pretty immediately, they can kind of be on the same page pretty good. That's promising to me. There is maybe that little bit of concern of like, hey, they never really got the timing down on the deep ball perfectly. It was usually just pretty good. And in the NFL, sometimes pretty good isn't good enough. Sometimes you do have to be perfect. If you want to critique that and call it a criticism, you could. It's something I noticed. That's why I brought it up. But I mean, I feel like that's the I feel we're really nitpicking here with that. Just kind of a fun video more than anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.